Gentlemen, let's start this episode with one brutal truth, and that is that a man can love a woman deeply, marry her sincerely, and still lose everything. Not because he was cruel, but because he did not understand the power dynamics beneath his own marriage. So, in 1 month alone in 2025, I spoke to 5 different men whose marriages were collapsing. Different careers, different incomes, different cities, but they all had one thing in common. They had married up. Some of them married older women. Some of them married women who earned more. Some of them married women who are more ambitious than them. Some married women who are more driven than them. And even women who are more educated than them. And all of them were slowly bleeding out in silence. So we'll start by looking at the hidden equation of status and desire. So let's be clear. Marriage is not just about love. It's an exchange of value, resources, and validation. And evolutionary psychology has shown us that women are hypergamous. And we know the meaning of hypergamy from David Bass' Evolution of Desire. He says that women are biologically wired to seek partners who elevate their social, emotional, and material security. And that doesn't make women evil. It just makes them strategic. So when a man marries up, he marries an older woman or he marries a woman who earns more. He may feel chosen, he may feel lucky, but in her mind, she is settling down, not trading up. And the clock on her attraction begins to tick. In Rational Male, we learn that women's respect for men is directly tied to performance and dominance in the hierarchy of competence. When that perception collapses, so does her desire. So we look at the economic truth that no one tells you, gentlemen. In one of the cases that I handled, a man married a woman who earned more. He lived in her house, he drove her car, and he relied on her goodwill. And after months of emotional coldness and unexplained absences, she told him point blank, "I want you out." Just like that. Gone. They had kids, by the way. Custody, automatic. She takes custody. Did he have a home? No, gone. His role as a husband, as a father, erased. He found himself in a 1-bedroom house, back to factory settings as a bachelor. While another man, an older, richer, more established man, raised his child in his absence. And the tragedy isn't just personal, it's systemic. In a book titled Mariology, Belinda Luscombe cites a Harvard study published in American Sociological Review. This study analyzed 6,300 couples, and it found that men who were not working full-time were 33% more likely to divorce within a year purely because of status loss. In 1975, that was not the case. Back then, a man's temporary unemployment did not automatically make him disposable. Today, it does. Because modern marriage is not built on duty, it's built on utility. And once your utility drops, so does her commitment. How about when she's older, gentlemen? What is a validation trap here? So I'm going to tell you another case that I also dealt with. And in this case, a younger man married an older woman. At first, she was very radiant. She was very proud that a younger man wanted her. She even said that age is nothing but a number. She financed her wedding, and she will show off her new husband to her friends, showing them that she's a bad bitch. But very soon, he found her texting her exes. One of them was 10 years older than this younger man she had married. He was older, he was married, he had a salt and pepper beard, and he was professionally established. Exactly the archetype of higher value, as we've been talking about in this podcast. She was ready to burn down her 6-year marriage to this young man, risk the 3 kids and joint investments to chase a feeling of being led again. She had found a man, a high value man whose frame she wanted to fit into. So, because you have to remember that no matter how modern, educated, or empowered a woman may be, her emotional attraction still follows dominance, not deference. A woman cannot genuinely desire a man she feels superior to. She cannot. And then, when we are looking at this subject, let's also touch on the feminine illusion of equality, because women will tell you that they can do the things men do, and they talk to you about partnership and things like that. Society tells us equality is the key to happiness, that it doesn't matter who earns more, who is older, who leads. Age is nothing but a number. But equality is an illusion in romantic dynamics. In The Boy Crisis, Professor Warren Farrell tells us that when men surrender leadership in the family, whether through apathy or financial dependence, women unconsciously lose respect. And when respect dies, attraction dies next. And remember, you cannot negotiate desire. You cannot debate your way into leadership, into your marriage. That's why we say she has to enter your frame. You cannot convince a woman to enter your frame. Remember, the frame is an unspoken acceptance of one's authority. It has to be unspoken. If you're speaking it, it's already not the real frame. Because when a woman leads, she stops feeling safe. And when she stops feeling safe, she stops loving you. So, what is the red pill reality? Respect or rejection? So, gentlemen, let's put it this way. If she earns more, she will want control. If she's older, she will test your authority. And if you let her lead, she will lead you straight to the end. The modern man thinks that compromise equals love. It doesn't. Leadership isn't about domination, it's about direction. Masculinity is earned through strength, courage, mastery, and honor. And if you don't embody these traits, gentlemen, she will find a man who does. That's why the gym instructor who used to train cougars, as they like to call themselves now, he complains that those same women destroyed his business when the thrill wore off. Because female desire is situational, not sentimental. So the gym instructor who is muscular and fit, he's a contextual alpha and he can give her very nice strokes. So he's going to meet her short-term alpha interest. But in the long term, because he doesn't have money, she will want to dispose him. So, gentlemen, how do you reclaim power? If you are dating and you sense this dynamic in your relationship, walk away. If you're already married into it, you need to reclaim your frame. Become your mental point of origin. Become the center of your own decision-making and self-respect. Stop negotiating for approval. Start performing for yourself. Because your priority as a man is not to make her happy or to make her stay. Your priority is to make yourself irreplaceable. So build, earn, lead, and most importantly, never let her validation define your worth. Women love value and men value love. Understand that truth, and you will never be blindsided again. So in closing, gentlemen, if you take nothing else from this particular presentation, take this. A woman may love you deeply, but she will only respect you when she feels led by you. And if she doesn't respect you, she will eventually replace you. So go build your value. Guard your sovereignty and lead. Because in the end, if you don't lead the relationship will lead you right off a cliff. So now I want to hear from you guys. Have you ever found yourself in a relationship where she earned more or was older and something changed? What did you notice? How did it end? So share your thoughts, your stories, and your lessons in the comment section below. Because your story might be the one that saves another man from the same fate. So get unplugged, and I'll see you on the next one. Gentlemen, if you're enjoying this video, please take a short moment to like, subscribe, and share it. When you subscribe, you'll always be notified when I drop new content. And when you like and share, you'll help this channel grow. And more importantly, you help other men to discover the tools to level up. Remember, when one man rises, we all rise. Now let's get back to the video.